All right, these are your combined.
Is our quiz going to be like the last quiz, or is it going to be?
What do you mean, like the last quiz?
Like it was only 1 page of 2 essential skills?
No, it's 2 pages, 3 essential skills. You excited about that, Diana? Think of it as this: an extra essential skill to show mastery on, to bring up your grade. More bang for your buck. Combined angle sum and difference formulas. All right, so I'm going to write 2 formulas. However, hidden in the 2 formulas, there's actually 4, and I'll explain what I mean after I write these. So a lot of Greek here. Sine of alpha plus or minus beta equals sine of alpha cosine of beta plus or minus cosine of alpha sine of beta.
Is alpha like an infinity sign without?
Alpha is a Greek letter that represents an angle, kind of like theta. So now, instead of using theta, because that could get confusing as another variable, we're just using alpha and beta to represent 2 different angles, either added or subtracted. Is that what? Yeah.
But you draw it without closing the infinity sign?
Don't confuse it with infinity. It's not infinity. It kind of looks like it. All right. So here's where we are. We have 2 formulas. No, it's different. You'll see where it's different here. So there's a couple differences between here. In this top one, it's sine and cosine together, right? Whereas in the bottom, it's the cosines together and the sines together. Here's what this means. I could have you actually memorize 4 equations. I only want you to memorize 2. Here's how you can do that. Sine of alpha plus beta, meaning when I add these 2, I will add these 2. When I'm working with sine, I use the same sign. Plus, plus, minus, minus. But when I'm working with cosine, if I'm adding here, I actually subtract here. I do the opposite. Or if I'm subtracting, I'm adding. So what this means, it's not a mistake, it's flipped over. This means that I'm using the opposite sign. And the way to memorize this one, when you're dealing with sine, is that we use the same sign for sine. Okay? So when you have sine, you're using the same sign. Right? Now, one other analogy here, comparing it to chapter 3. Remember exponents and logs? Did a lot of it in Frank's class. You have 2 forms. You have your condensed form and then your expanded, right? Here's your condensed form. Here's your expanded. Sometimes it's more helpful to work in this form. Sometimes it's more helpful to work here. Today, we will mainly be moving this way. Okay? All right. With that said,